Hello and welcome to AfroPage. In today's video, I am going to be talking about top 10 underwater mega projects of time. When you say you have seen it all, it only means that it's just the beginning. In today's video, it's really interesting to know that there are countless unimaginable projects going on in the world right now. High rises are going after new record levels. Enormous passages are laying out new transportation associations, and epic extensions are traversing more prominent distances than any time in recent memory all over the planet. Immense designing and foundation projects are opening up surrounding their opposition. So in this video, let's find the most stunning wonders on the planet together. Did you know that Dubai is wanting to build 2,000 kilometers underwater railroad organization to India? And that Norway is developing an express bureau that will drift on the way. Today, we will look at 10 of the most astonishing underwater mega projects from across the world that will take your breath away. Number 10. Deepest underwater restaurants. Opened in late 2016, the 5.8 Undersea restaurant is the world's largest all-glass underwater restaurant of time. Its name comes from the depth at which the restaurant sits, 5.8 meters, about 19 feet below the surface. This huge construction weighs 400 metric tons and is 90 square meters to access. The restaurant diner walk across a path towards the resort's overwater aquarium restaurant and head down a separate path to a long winding staircase. Each of 5,810 tables offers views of the outside action. The coral landscape, which stretches around the edges of the tabular structure, draws all shapes and sizes of sea life right up to the glass, leaving you with the inescapable feelings that you are the one on display and the sea life are actually looking at you. Number 9. The Sea Orbiter. The Sea Orbiter is the brainchild of French architect Jacques Rogeri. In May 2015, workers completed the first piece of Sea Orbiter. A massive, free-flowing laboratory could someday soon roam the oceans, drifting on the ocean currents and giving a crew of scientists a chance to study aquatic environment in a new way. 6 of the orbiters, 12 floors, are below sea level, allowing for uninterrupted underwater observation. Although the ship's main mission is to research the biodiversity and climate to the sea. The real goal for Rotary is to give the public a better understanding of how critical the ocean is to Earth well-being. 90% of the $50 million project was financed through the French government and private companies to get people more involved. Rotary is crowdfunding the last 1% of the project. The more humans understand about the underwater, the more respect they will have for it. Number 8. Intercontinental Shanghai Wonderland. A long-abandoned former quarry in one of Shanghai's distant suburbs hardly seems like a promising site for a new resort, but more than a dozen years later and $30 million, the Intercontinental Shanghai Wonderland is truly a sight to behold. The 18-story resort by Jordan Carey architects hugs the rock face in a harmonious yin and yang design, reimagining the relationship between city and nature. 6 of the 18 floors are underground and 2 floors are actually underwater. 6 underwater suites have their own saltwater aquarium, and every room has a balcony, a cozy theater box from where you can watch the 90 water show. The light and water theatrics are mesmerizing, much more impressive than the water show at the Bellagoi in Las Vegas. Guests even have an opportunity to customize the light show for celebrations or proposals. Number 7. Floating seashore pillars. Dubai adds a wow factor to everything it does, and when it runs out of space, it just builds more land where there is none. The iconic One Island stands testament to this. The Europe Island within the world are where Dubai's latest splash and innovation sits. The gorgeous floating seashore Villas Dubai that redefine not just luxury living but luxury underwater living. The project developer Clean Dance Group has modeled floating seashore villas Dubai to give residents a sense of the yacht life. Each of these floating waters is a tiny island by itself, surrounded by sea with distant view of the city skyline. Another standard feature of the floating seashore villas Dubai is the submerged level under each villa. Pure engineering marvel has coral reef installed that provides a home for endangered marine species to live and breed in safety. This eco-friendly element provides residents with spectacular uninterrupted views of marine life in their natural habitat. It really doesn't get more luxurious than this. Each floating seashore villa has 3 levels: underwater level with bedrooms, sea level that houses the living room, and a fitted kitchen and upper sky deck with a lounge area and kitchenette. Number 6. Chicken Railway Tunnel. The world's largest undersea tunnel, better known as the deep underwater railway line in the world, the Chicken Railway Tunnel in Japan is a dual-gauge railway that runs 100 meters below the seabed and 240 meters below sea level. It runs beneath the seabed of the Tsugaru, which separates the southern edge of Hokkaido from Aomori Prefecture on the northern edge of the mainland. Out of the 53.85 kilometers long railway tunnel, 23.3 kilometers of the tunnel lies under the seabed, making it the world's longest undersea tunnel. The project was developed by the Japan Railway Construction Transport and Technology Agency, and the tunnel construction began in 1971 and its completion in 1988. It was built at the cost of about $7 billion, almost 12 times the original budget, much of which was due to inflation over the years. The tunnel comprises of 2 railway stations, which are the first railway stations ever to be built under the sea, and they act as emergency escape points. In the event of disaster, the stations are equipped with exhaust fans to deplete smoke, infrared fire alarm system, and water spray nozzles to enhance passengers' safety. The sea bit of the tunnel comprises of a pilot shaft, a service shaft, and a main shaft at 16 meters wide and 91 meters long. Its set-off base is the world's largest maintenance base inside a tunnel. Number 5. Taihu Tunnel. The longest underwater highway tunnel in China after nearly 4 years of construction. China's longest underwater highway tunnel is now open at a length of 10.79 kilometers. The Taihu Tunnel stretches under Lake Tahoe in eastern China's Jiangsu province, about 50 kilometers east of the Shanghai. The tunnel was built at the cost of $1.56 billion. Over 2 million cubic meters of concrete were used to build the two-way tunnel, which has 6 lanes and is 17.5 meters wide. The ceiling of the tunnel has been outfitted with colorful LED lights, designed to prevent driver fatigue to protect tail lake ecology. The contractor has gone to great lengths to eliminate dust and noise pollution by operating a completely enclosed concrete mixing plant, utilizing environmental-friendly trucks and substituting diesel pile hammers with hydraulic pile hammers that are half as loud. The tunnel, which began construction in 2018, is part of the 43.9 kilometers Chanchanwalsi Highway, and it was opened to the public in December 2021. It provides an alternative expressway for travelers journeying between Shanghai and Nanjing Jiangsu capital. It was built to elevate traffic pressure on the cities next to the Lake Tahoe while promoting economic development in the area. Number 4 on our list is Atlantis the Palm Dubai. The Atlantis is a luxury hotel resort located at the apex of the Palm Jumeirah in the United Arab Emirates. The 1,548-room nautical theme resort has 2 accommodation wings consisting of the east and the west tower linked together by the Royal Bridge suite. It is complemented by the Aquaventure Water Park and the Lost Chambers Aquarium, home to over 65,000 marine animals. The Poseidon and Neptune underwater suites at the resorts are 2 of only a tiny handful of underwater hotel rooms around the world and regularly appear in the list of the world's most unique accommodations. measuring 1,776 square feet in total. The upper entrance floor is at ground level, while the master bedroom and ensuite bathroom are submerged. The almost floor-to-ceiling windows in both the bedroom and bathroom face out onto the resort's ambassador lagoon, home to a multitude of exotic creatures. Costing $1.5 billion in total to build the resort. 58,000 kilometer steel bars, more than 9 times the length of the Great Wall of China, was used in the construction of the Atlantis. During construction, several logistical challenges were confronted, and at its peak, a workforce of 10,000 were employed, working 2 million hours a month. Nevertheless, it was completed 2 months ahead of schedule and officially opened in 2008. Number 3 on the list is Denmark's underwater tunnel to Germany. The Fehmarnbelt Tunnel, a road and rail-drenched burrow, is presently being constructed 40 meters beneath the outer layer of the Baltic, at 18 kilometers in length. It is one of Europe's biggest development projects, with a financial plan of $8.2 billion upon the completion of the project in 2029. Individuals will actually want to go between Puttgarden, situated at the tip of Fehmarn, the Garden Island that is the tunnel's namesake, and the Danish port of Robbie in only 10 minutes via vehicle or 7 via train. Never again will explorers need to pick between 160-kilometer drive or a 1-hour ship trip. The passage stands apart from different passages of the sorts, as it will not be dug, rather it will be situated along the seabed. Its various areas will be shaped of pre-assembled substantial portions. 89 sections, each 200 meters in length, will be towed and lowered, then collected in a channel 40 meters submerged. The fragments will be moved by a sailboat that has been uncommonly intended to convey their full weight, very nearly 73,000 tons, before the portions are lowered. They will be put in a bed of rock that will frame the establishment. Jumpers can't intercede this far down, so a self-fueled robotized forklift controlled remotely will do the undertaking. Number 2. Norway's Coastal Highway. Norway's western coast is home to the absolute most sensational scenes on Earth, caught by ice masses all through the ages. A $47 billion proposition to interface together Norway's wide western shore is the country's biggest and hardest foundation project. Yet, the Task-New Parkway, otherwise called the E39 course, would interface Oslo in the southeast to the waterfront urban communities of Bergen, Stavanger, Ålesund, and Trondheim, supplanting various ships with the passages and scaffolds. Because of some challenges, geology draftsmen and structural designers have been compelled to foster new and creative plans to finish the course. The undertaking would contain various record-breaking designing wonders, including lowered burrows as opposed to being fastened to the seabed. The passages will be suspended from drifting barges that will permit boats to pass above. Drivers would enter the passage at the edge of the fjord, then steadily keep on plunging until at last lowered, altogether unmoving. The passages would look like that of some other through land on more paces of this enormous throughway project. Once completed, this design will arrive at profundities of up to 390 meters beneath the seabed, making it the most profound as well as the longest undersea tunnel on the planet, subsequently dropping Japan's Psyche and Passage to second place. And now, number 1 on our list is underwater railway network from UAE to India. UAE is one of the countries that has always invested in making dreams come true. Technology has outsmarted the world by investing in smart tunnels. The UAE intends to construct a high-speed underwater railway connecting Mumbai and Dubai. This project is supposed to set a new standard. The tunnel will transport passengers as well as oil and other goods. This high-speed rail will start from Mumbai and it's most likely to end at the city of Fujairah, just an hour from Dubai. This concept was born out of a desire to increase travel among India and the United Arab Emirates. The ideal plan of the tunnel is based on well-known technology that is applied to floating bridges, immersed tunnels, offshore structures. The floating underwater tunnels may consist of two curved concrete tubes that will be submerged below the surface of the Arabian Sea. These submerged tubes will be stabilized by attaching them to pontoons that will allow ships to pass. These tubes will be placed deep enough to avoid water traffic and weather. Also, the tunnel will be watertight, thereby resisting salty seawater, and will be able to withstand hydrostatic force upon its creation. A vacuum inside the tunnel will result in tremendous speed for trains due to minimal air resistance. The primary predicted planned gains are for the passengers, tourists, and workers' transportation through UAE and India. Use pipeline to transport oil and gas between Fujairah ports to India as well as China and Pakistan. Import water from Narmada River to the UAE. Transportation of goods and commodities between two countries. Use a floating bunker fuel station to supply bunker fuel to ships traveling between the floating hydrofoils. These are the amazing underwater projects ever. I know this got your mind blown away. On a daily basis, new development is being carried out all over the world to help solve human-caused problems or geographical problems. These mega underwater projects will in future help ease transportation, reduce traffic jam, allow for easy access of goods and services, and in turn beautify the world. And that's it for the video today. Do hit the like button to show some love to this channel. And if you love the video, kindly hit the subscription button and notification bell to always get on our new uploads. Till next time.